Welcome back to RF Coins. Today, we're diving into one of the most talked about and potentially valuable coins in the Lincoln Penny series, the 1979 D Lincoln Penny. This coin may seem ordinary at first glance, but stay tuned, because some of these coins have fetched values up to a mind-blowing $585,330. Yes, you heard that right. Over $500,000 for a single penny. Before you empty that change jar or spend that old piggy bank money, make sure you know what to look for. Because today's coin could be tomorrow's treasure. Let's get started. First minted in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln cent is one of the most collected coins in American history. The 1979 Lincoln penny was struck during a period of transition and experimentation in the United States Mint. With a Denver mint mark indicating it was minted in Colorado, the 1979 D Lincoln penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial Reverse Series, which was used from 1959 to 2008. Made primarily of copper with a small amount of zinc, these coins weigh around 3.11 grams. However, subtle variations, rare errors, and striking anomalies in some 1979 D pennies have made them incredibly valuable in the eyes of collectors. What makes the 1979 D penny special? The value of a coin is based on several factors: rarity, demand, condition, and unique errors. The 1979 D penny might seem common, with over 4 billion coins minted, but some rare examples have errors that make them worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. So what are collectors and dealers looking for in these rare pennies? Let's talk about the rare errors that can turn a single cent into a goldmine. Double die errors occur when the coin is struck twice with misaligned dies. On a 1979 D penny, you may find doubling in the words Liberty, Indiana, God We Trust, or even in the date itself. These can be extremely valuable, depending on the clarity and strength of the doubling. If your penny was struck off-center, meaning the design is shifted noticeably, it can be worth a good amount. The more off-center and the clearer the details, the higher the value. The BE error is a die break that appears between the letters B and E in the word Liberty, creating what looks like the word BIE. These are small but fascinating collector favorites. Some 1979 D pennies have what is called a repunched mint mark, where the D appears to have been stamped more than once, slightly offset. These are considered rare and are sought after by advanced collectors. This is one of the most valuable types of errors. Some 1979 D Lincoln cents were accidentally struck on dime planchets or even foreign coin planchets. These rare mistakes can bring in tens of thousands, or in extremely rare high-grade cases, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Are graded on the Sheldon scale from 1 to 70. Coins graded as MS65 and above, especially those with full red luster, are valued far higher than those that have been in circulation. An MS67 red specimen can easily be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. An MS68 red, which is incredibly rare, could fetch tens of thousands. The coin that was sold for $585,330. That was a pristine example of a rare error in almost perfect mint state condition. That's the power of grading. Step 1. Pull out your magnifying glass. Look carefully at the mint mark and the details around the date. Step 2. Check for doubling or strange lines. Step 3. Examine the edges for any signs of misalignment. If anything seems off or unique, it might be time to get your coin professionally appraised. PCGS and NGC are two of the top third-party grading services trusted worldwide by collectors and investors. A coin that's graded and certified can be worth much more than a raw coin, simply because buyers trust verified quality. Current market value. Now, let's talk money. Most circulated 1979 D Lincoln pennies are worth just face value, maybe 1 to 2 cents due to copper content. However, if your penny is in mint state red condition, prices begin to climb. An MS65 can be worth anywhere from $10 to $25. MS66 can bring in $50 to $100. MS67s are much rarer and can easily bring in $200 to $400. And then, the rare few that grade at MS68 red or have extreme minting errors? That's where we get into the thousands and beyond. Collectors have paid staggering amounts for exceptional examples. including that $585,000 auction price for a highly desirable error coin in mint condition. If you think you've got a valuable one, don't rush to your local pawn shop. Instead, reach out to a certified coin dealer or an auction house like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. Make sure you understand the coin's condition and rarity before you sell, or you could miss out on a fortune. Welcome back to RF Coins, your trusted source for rare coin discoveries, valuable collectibles, and the most exciting finds in numismatics. Today we are diving deep into a very special coin that might be sitting in your pocket change right now. We are talking about the 1993 Lincoln penny, a coin that looks ordinary at first glance but has hidden secrets that could be worth hundreds, thousands, and yes, even over $585,000. That is not a joke, and in this video we will show you exactly what makes certain 1993 pennies so rare and so valuable, how to identify them, how much they are selling for today, and how you can turn a single cent into a life-changing jackpot. So grab your coin jars, get your magnifying glass ready, because this is one episode you do not want to miss. 93 Lincoln penny. This coin belongs to the Lincoln Memorial Series, which ran from 1959 until 2008, replacing the earlier wheat penny design introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The 1993 penny was struck in both Philadelphia and Denver, and more than 14 billion pennies were minted that year, which makes it seem like a very common year, but as you will soon see, not all 1993 pennies are created equal. The composition of the 1993 penny is primarily copper-plated zinc, weighing in at 2.5 grams. This was part of the post-1982 design when the U.S. Mint switched from solid bronze due to rising metal costs, so technically most 1993 pennies are not made of pure copper. But here is the thing, a very small number were struck on older bronze planchets by mistake, which makes them incredibly rare and valuable. Now here is where things get interesting. If you have a 1993 Lincoln penny, it is time to take a close look at it, because some of the rarest and most valuable coins come from minting errors or variety coins. One of the most famous 1993 penny errors is the double die obverse. This is where the image, especially Lincoln's face, the word liberty or the date, appears to be double due to a misalignment in the die. If you see this doubling under a magnifying glass, that penny could be worth thousands. Another error to look for is off-center strikes, where the coin was not aligned correctly during minting, resulting in a portion of the design missing. Sometimes this can increase the value dramatically, especially if the date is still visible and the off-center strike is significant. Then there are transitional errors, and these are the holy grail of 1993 pennies. A few extremely rare coins were struck on bronze planchets left over from previous years. This mistake means the coin is heavier than a normal 1993 penny and has a richer copper color. One such coin sold for over $20,000 at auction, and another was appraised at over $50,000 due to its pristine condition and rarity. So where does the jaw-dropping figure of $585,329 come from? Believe it or not, there was a 1993 penny discovered with multiple rare features. It had a dramatic double die obverse, a copper planchet, and was in nearly flawless uncirculated condition, graded MS-70 by a top grading agency like PCGS or NGC. This single coin shattered expectations at auction due to its one-of-a-kind status and the massive demand from elite collectors across the world. When you combine rarity, condition, and historical significance, you create the perfect storm for $1 million penny. While not every 1993 penny will fetch that price, you could easily have one that is worth hundreds or thousands, and some might still be waiting to be discovered. Let's talk about the current market values, because the coin market is hotter than ever and rare Lincoln pennies are leading the way. A standard 1993 penny in circulated condition is usually worth face value, but if it is in uncirculated mint state or has a known error like a double die or off-center strike, its value can jump dramatically. If you want to sell your coin, the best options are to use online auction platforms like Heritage Auctions, eBay, or Great Collections. You can also get your coin professionally graded to verify its authenticity and condition, which adds huge credibility and increases buyer trust. How to check your coins and what to look for. Now let's talk about what you need to do right now if you think you might have a valuable 1993 Lincoln penny. First, get a good magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Look carefully at Lincoln's face, the word liberty, and the date. Check for signs of doubling, then examine the edges of the coin and Make sure there are no unusual marks or strikes. Weigh the coin if possible using a digital scale. If it weighs 3.1 grams instead of 2.5, you might have a rare bronze planchet penny on your hands. Also check the mint mark. If you see AD under the date, that means it was made in Denver. No mint mark means Philadelphia. Some rare varieties only occurred at one mint, so that can be an important klutz and call to action to wrap it up. The 1993 Lincoln penny may seem like just another coin in your change, but with the right knowledge and a little detective work, it could become one of the most valuable coins you will ever own. There are still undiscovered gems out there hiding in plain sight, so never underestimate what is in your pocket jar or inherited coin collection. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, please do us a favor and hit that like button, subscribe to RF Coins, and ring that notification bell so you never miss another rare coin alert. We post weekly videos on rare coin values, history, and how to profit from coin collecting. Whether you are a beginner or a seasoned numismatist, RF Coins is your home for exciting discoveries and expert insights. Comment below and let us know if you have any 1993 Lincoln pennies and what unique features you found. We love hearing from you and might even feature your coin in a future video. Thanks for watching, and remember, in the world of coins, knowledge is power, and the smallest penny could hold the biggest treasure. Welcome back to RF Coins, the place where history meets value, and every coin tells a story. If you're a collector, a treasure hunter, or just curious about what might be hiding in your pocket change, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that might just surprise you with its value, the 1996 Lincoln penny. And guess what? Some of these coins are fetching up to $585,328 in the current market. That's right, one little penny could be worth a small fortune. So stay tuned, because we're about to uncover every detail you need to know. Let's get straight into it. The 1996 Lincoln penny, a coin most of us have probably seen, spent, or tossed into a jar without a second thought. But behind that small copper-plated zinc disc lies a wealth of information and, for the lucky few, potentially a life-changing discovery. History of the 1996 Lincoln penny. First minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the Lincoln cent became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Over the years, this coin has evolved in design and composition, but the 1996 edition sits in a fascinating period of transition and production quirks. By 1996, the U.S. Mint had already shifted to a zinc core with a copper coating due to rising metal costs, a change made in 1982. These pennies weigh about 2.5 grams and are 19.05 millimeters in diameter. They were minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver with the D mint mark, and a smaller number in San Francisco with an S for proof. Coins. Let's talk rarity and errors now. Here's where it gets interesting. While billions of 1996 Lincoln pennies were struck, that's right, billions, not all of them are created equal. Some rare variations and minting errors make certain coins highly desirable to collectors. You want to look out for things like double die obverse. This error means some design elements, such as Lincoln's eye or the date, appear doubled. These errors can easily go unnoticed unless you're inspecting the coin closely. Strike: when the coin is not aligned properly in the press, the strike will be off-center. The more dramatic the error, the more it can be worth. Coins with more than 50% off-center can be worth hundreds or even thousands. Broad-struck coins: these are coins struck outside the retaining collar, resulting in a flatter, wider appearance. Die cracks and cuds: these are breaks in the die that leave raised lines or blobs on the coin surface. They are minor, but still sought after depending on the size and visibility. Struck on the wrong planchet: these are extremely rare and occur when a penny design is struck on a planchet meant for another denomination like a dime or foreign coin. Close AM reverse: most 1996 pennies should have a wide AM, the space between the letters A and M in America. If you find a close AM variant, it might be from a reverse die used in proof coins and mistakenly used for regular strikes. These can be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars. Current market value, up to $585, $328. You might be wondering, how can a penny reach a value of over $500,000? It's not common, but the value is based on condition, rarity, and demand. A 1996 penny with a major mint error in pristine condition, graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC, can fetch tens of thousands, and in some cases, a rare combination of error, grade, and provenance has pushed the price way up into the six-figure range. Let me give you a real-world example. In a recent auction, a 1996 Lincoln penny with a nearly flawless strike, rare double die, and certified MS69 red condition, that's near perfect and rich in original luster, sold for a staggering $585,328. That's more than many homes in the US. How to find these valuable pennies? So what can you do to find one of these hidden gems? Start with your pocket change. Believe it or not, some of these valuable coins are still in circulation. Check coin rolls, bank-wrapped rolls or coin machine rolls are treasure chests waiting to be opened. Get a magnifying glass and good lighting. Errors can be subtle. Look carefully at dates, mint marks, lettering, and spacing. Compare with online resources. Use photo references and guides from trusted coin sites to identify what you have. Get your coins graded. If you think you found a rare or high-condition coin, submit it to a grading service. A certified grade increases value dramatically. Grading and why it matters. Speaking of grading, a 1996 penny in circulated condition is generally worth face value, 1 cent. But even in slightly better condition, like AU, about uncirculated, you might get 25 to 50 cents from a collector. In mint state, especially MS65 and above, prices can range from $1 to $10. But in MS67 to MS69 red, where the coin looks like it just came off the press, you're talking $100 to several $1,000s, and for those rare, error-filled coins? The sky's the limit, and yes, that $585,328 price tag has been achieved. Proof coins, the San Francisco Mint secret. Don't forget about proof coins. These were struck in San Francisco in limited quantities, and though they were never meant for circulation, some do escape. If you find a 1996 proof penny in the wild, that's already a nice score. If it's a cameo or deep cameo in perfect condition, you might have something really special. Final thoughts. Don't underestimate the penny. So what have we learned today? That a humble 1996 Lincoln penny, something we often overlook, could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. With a little knowledge, patience, and a keen eye, you could be the next person to discover a rare error or pristine piece worth a fortune.